Okay, what's going on, guys? Alright, so in this one, I'm gonna make a video about this artifact, this certain artifact that people really don't know about. You know, it's not that popular, people barely care about it. It's called Trinity rings, and you get it from playing it's a twisted artifact, which means you get it from finishing the solo raid for Robin King. Alright, so let's quickly go through what it does. It says here, every 10 successful basic and swipe attacks spawns a Trinity hazard for 8 seconds that deals 152.2% of the wearer's attack stats. Alright, so this value can change because I have mine at level 2, which means that if I have this up to like level 10, we should be looking at 400 or 500% of the wearer's attack stats, which is pretty massive. And then if you have characters that give you a buff like Girl of Steel or Zatanna, or recently added somebody like Killer Frost, it gives you another 400% on top of the 500% of the attack stats hazard dot damage that you be getting, which is pretty massive. And then the second thing it does, opponents inside the hazard have their power generation decreased, and yours will increase by the same value, which is pretty insane. And it has a max of 2 Trinity hazard active at the same time, which means double if you have 2 of the hazard active at the same time, it means double the effect. That is awesome. That is insane. And then it gives you hazard damage over time immunity, which is also incredibly insane if you've been playing some of the solo raids in this game. All right, so again, it gives you also plus 16.67 hazard damage for each created hazard, stacks up to 12 times. Do the math and see how OP that is. And bear in mind, mine is only a level 2. All right, and then it also says when a hazard expires, you gain 0.6 from power bars. I don't think you need power bars when you're using this artifact, because all you're going to be doing is hitting the enemy and combo interrupting. All right, so let's quickly jump into the video and give an example of what we're talking about. Okay, so what better way to showcase an artifact than hopping into a fight that is incredibly difficult? All right, so we're using raiding with the Trinity rings at level 2 and then Scorpion at a Northern Snow Globe, and this is phase 3 of the league raids. So what we're going to try to do is activate the Scorpion bug first and then see what we can do with raiding. But so far, you can see the dot damage on the thing. Once he's sitting on the hazard, the dot damage keeps increasing. Right now it's at 45, and there's 2 values in there. The big one and the small one, because if you paid attention to what I said earlier, there's 2 values. Okay? And if you've been watching carefully, I don't get affected by the hazards on the ground. The one that power drains, I mean, it's still power drains, but the one that has supposed to take my health away, I don't get affected by that, which is pretty OP. So, okay, so we activated the Scorpion bug. Now let's try to start doing damage. Now the problem I have with this artifact, which I haven't pointed out, which makes it completely useless even though it does all these things, is because every time the enemy is sitting on the hazard, all they're gonna do is jump, like right now. That's it. They're just gonna keep spamming jumps so they can get away from the hazard, and that's something that I think they need to fix in the game. All right, why does the enemy have to just keep spamming jump attacks every time they're on a hazard? That makes the hazard completely useless, because there's nothing you're gonna be able to do. It's just gonna be the enemy just jumping like that. You won't be able to get a hit in. You won't be able to get anything done while he's sitting on the hazard. Because look, it makes for a terrible fight. All right, the game developers need to work on this. That's what makes Scorpion completely unusable without the Northern Snow Globe. Okay, so this fight just went terribly wrong, which I know it would, because if he keeps jumping like that, you're not going to be able to do anything, and it distracts you from the gameplay. All right, but I just wanted to showcase how wicked this artifact is. I don't know if you guys kind of followed what was going in the video, but I will try to fight in the arena to try to showcase it a little better. So even though we didn't do well, we still did 20 mil on that. I wasn't able to stack the Trinity hazard buffs. I wasn't able to do that because this just keeps jumping and hopping and hopping and jumping, just trying to get away from the hazard. They need to fix that in the game. It doesn't make any sense. Why give a hazard that it just makes the whole point of the hazard sitting on the ground useless, you know? So over here, we're going to try with this team. I have Black Adam with the Trinity rings, and the dot damage is pretty low, but okay, the values are there. I want to showcase with a fight that when I push the enemy back all the way to the corner, then I just keep combo interrupting, and then you guys can clearly see the values on the Trinity rings hazard. But that's not happening because the enemy is not going to sit still. And then when they keep tagging in and out, it's hard to follow what's actually happening. So let's heal up a little bit, okay? And then tag in Black Adam and try it again. Okay, the value rose to 1,077. 17,000 and you know what I mean. Just keep following me here, right? So it's 1,761 at the time of the... Okay, let's do one more fight. It was hard to follow this because the enemy died a lot quickly and Black Adam was taking a lot of damage. So I have a team in mind where I can actually push the enemy to the corner so we can combo interrupt easier and we can see the values. All right, let me see. Okay, so let's do this. Let's quickly hop into this. I have the Trinity rings on Atlantean armor Aquaman, and we have a silver green lantern for the barrier. Okay, we can follow this now. Okay, we started at 1,028, and right now is at 1,076. Oh, it's all the way up to 1,267 for the dot values. See, the enemy is still jumping, but luckily for me, I have the shield. Okay, the dot damage is all the way up to 1,301. And now is all the way up to 1,339. And this is just going to keep increasing as I... because it says hazard damage plus 150. Okay? Hazard damage all the way up to 167%. The barrier is gone, so, you know, the enemy is not being chill. And we finished up at 1,626. All right? Well, if there's one thing this video showed me and taught me is that this is a very useful artifact that's completely useless. Now, like the video and sub if you enjoyed the content.